Deepens. A second Indianapolis paramedic has died from this weekend's crash involving a city ambulance just north of downtown. Good evening, everyone. I'm Drew Smith. Thanks for joining us. Two on-duty paramedics lost their lives. The news sending shockwaves through firehouses and police stations throughout Indianapolis and beyond. Our TV6 reporter Stephen Dean joining us live at the crash site with how public safety personnel and others are struggling with this terrible loss. Stephen?
Well, Drew, ambulances have been pulling through this intersection where it happened all day long. You can tell as they slow down that this is part of the grieving process for them. But for some paramedics, they were unable to remain on duty today. Just too much grief, and they're not alone. Sometimes they stopped and other ambulances kept going as they drove by the spot where two young colleagues were killed.
It is incredibly tough emotionally to continue to think critically and to think objectively and to be there for your patients when you're hurting so bad on the inside.
EMS Chief Dr. Charles Miramonte was surrounded by uniform patches now striped for mourning. Other tributes are all over town. One black flag for each fallen paramedic here, and some ambulances have stripes through their shields.
This is a good time to be hugging your family. Good time to be talking to each other. Good time to be together. Because life is precious, and life could be short.
Life was short for 24-year-old paramedic Timothy McCormick, who died yesterday, and now 22-year-old Cody Medley, who died from the same wreck this morning. His dad says he loved the outdoors and his job. Here he suited up with another fire department before joining Indy's EMS in 2010. Today, his father held on tight to Medley's stepmom, and he wore the official jacket bearing his son's name.
I could not be prouder than this boy, this man right here, man. He's an incredible person. I wish y'all could have got to know.
The rest of Indy is getting to know him now that he's gone. Every day, folks leaving their tributes at the crash site throughout the day. For medics still on the job, though, grief counselors are helping them, including some of them who are struggling too much to even come to work.
We've let those folks take the time that they need.
Paramedics from several other departments have offered to fill the slots and answer emergency runs while those grieving paramedics are off the job, and they're offering to do that as long as needed. Now, the funerals, both of them, are expected to be out of state, but the city is hoping to hold a very large memorial service for both fallen paramedics later in the week, possibly Thursday. We're live near downtown. Stephen Dean, RTV6.
Stephen, I know you've been checking out the investigation into the crash. What are you hearing tonight?
Well, preliminary blood tests are finished now on the 21-year-old driver named Jade Hammer, who is accused of causing this crash. One official very close to this investigation says they are borderline. They are not a slam dunk as far as proving that person was drunk. She did admit to drinking right before the crash, and officers said they smelled alcohol, but the blood test may not determine much as far as proving that. But that official points out that even if she is not drunk, she still could face charges in this crash if speed or recklessness becomes a factor. They say those answers will come in the coming days. We knocked on that woman's door, her apartment. No one answered today, trying to get her side of the story.
All right, once again, Stephen Dean reporting live downtown. Stephen, thank you for that information. And young Cody